to remind everybody that my office is open. We are working from home. And immigration is accepting cases. They're processing cases. They're processing work permits. They're processing advanced paroles. The only thing they're not doing is scheduling appointments for people. Those appointments will be at a later date, sometime after May. The only thing they're not doing is having a removal hearing right now. Those removal hearings for deportation will be sometime after May. The good news is that if you got a notice of intent to deny, you got a request for further evidence, immigration is giving you an extra 60 days from whatever that due date is to reply, as long as that notice of intent to deny or that request for further evidence was sent after March 1st of this year through April 30th. So any notices you get from immigration for more evidence or notice of intent to deny between March 1st and April 30th of this year, those are all going to be extended. I am going to start on Facebook. Let's see what we got here. A lot of people wishing Yo-Yo a happy birthday. So again, happy birthday, Yo-Yo, and we will celebrate hopefully soon. Lafanis says, in my country, in the Philippines, they oblige now all people to go outside, wear masks or scarves. Suleiman Drame, with the first immigration question on Facebook, says, so if you marry a permanent resident woman in America, how long will it take to get your working permit and green card if you live in America? And if you're out of status in America, you will never get your work permit in America married to a resident until that resident becomes a citizen. If you are in legal status right now, you can file an adjustment. The priority dates are current. So it just depends, because what the law says is that if you're married to an American citizen, the fact that you overstay on your visa is not a bar to getting a green card, and you're allowed to adjust. But if you overstay your visa as married to a permanent resident, that law doesn't exist. You can't adjust your status unless you're in legal status. And the priority dates are current. And in this particular case, the priority dates are current. So you're able to do that only if you're in legal status. Other than that, you're going to have to wait until your spouse becomes a citizen, or you're going to have to do what's called a provisional waiver. Onati Ogenan, please about to adjust the status. I have 3 U.S.-born kids, and I am a non-U.S. citizen. When the adjustment of status, will it be seen as a family of 5 or 2 as regards to income related to the public charge rule, since the kids are not being filed for? It depends if the kids are dependent on you. If the kids are dependent on you and live in your household, it's 5. If the kids are not dependent on you, then it's 2. Depends on what's on your tax returns and if you have to support them or not. Let's see who else we got here. Isla Inats, just saying, we're going to do comments of the day as we go along here, saying, Brad, keep up the great work you're doing. Brad, you're in a million through thick and thin. You're 1 in a million, thick and thin. You make a way to get our immigration questions answered anyway. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. We're just doing comments of the day as we go on. And Juliet Morris also with a comment of the day on Facebook. Compliments to you, Uncle Brad. You are so honest and very cool, understanding man. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And Jasmine Caballero also with a comment of the day. I'm getting all this love. Good day, Uncle Brad. Keep safe. We love you. Thank you very much. Carol Anderson, the Tiger. You are the best in the world, Brad. Wow. Really, really nice. Gustavo Moto, how much percentage of your notice of intent to deny marriage based do you have to get approved after rebutting? So how much? You got to prove that it is more probable than not that you and your wife are in a bona fide marriage. That's what the law says. Now, in reality, the notice of intent to deny, if you give them any reason, even an inkling to deny you, they will. So, what the law says and what reality is 2 different things. Law says is 51% of the evidence says you're in a real marriage, 49% says we have no freaking idea whether this is real or not. You're entitled to a green card. But if in reality, though, if immigration officers presented with that scenario, 51% of the evidence says it's real, 49% says we don't know, they're going to come up with some reason in that 49% to deny you. So it's got to be much higher than that, like 90+%, 95%, 98% certain that all the evidence points to a real marriage. It's just the reality of it. What else we have here? Linda Shaw, there's nothing much better than a 24-hour curfew with my squad's family. Yeah, thank you. That's really nice too. And those are, let's see, those are all our comments so far? That can't be. Yeah, those are all the comments so far. No questions right now on Facebook. So let's go over to YouTube. On Facebook, by the way, you can leave your question. I'll be happy to answer it. Eduardo Ramirez on Facebook says, do tickets affect you in any way? I guess, are you talking about a speeding ticket? No, you can be a bad driver and keep your green card, and you can be a bad driver and even become a citizen. Let's go to YouTube. 29 Super C, beautiful Manhattan, very fancy. Well, yeah, well, I have a nice view at least. Jerry Stewart. My wife is a green card holder. She filed an I-130 in August 2019 for me. When should I expect to get through? I don't know where you are, Jerry. If you're outside of the United States, you got to wait for the I-130 to get approved. And hopefully, after it's approved, the priority dates are still current for you. So if she filed for you in August 2019, it takes about a year for the I-130. And if you're outside the United States, another 6 months or so to process for a visa. So my guess is that count 18 to 20 months or so from August 2019 for you to hopefully get through. What else we got here? Oh, I missed a lot, so let me go back. Brittle Itisby. Is people with just work authorization who has their application process get stimulus check? The answer is no. However, if you have filed a tax return with a valid Social Security number, I don't know how they're going to be able to tell the difference between whether or not you're a citizen, you're a resident, you have a pending adjustment. I think you're going to get it. Although, based on what I've read, it's only people who are citizens and residents, but there's no way in the world that they're ever going to be able to figure out who's a resident, who's a citizen. So I think they're going to just give it to anybody who has a Social Security number. Delwar Hossein saying, hi, Brad. I have a work permit card. I'm waiting for my marriage interview. I drive an Uber in New York City. Can I apply for unemployment benefits because of Corona? It is going any negative effect on my case. And the answer is you cannot. You can try to apply for unemployment benefits. It won't have any effect on your case because of Corona, but I don't think you would be entitled. I know you're not entitled to collect unemployment if you have a work permit, unless you can prove you have a green card, but no harm trying. The worst they'll say is no. Aitufala Farang, glad to see you again, hero. Oh, thank you. I applied, or maybe I'm not her hero. Maybe she's just glad to see me here. I applied for an I-765 to renew my work permit 8.5 months ago. I still haven't received it yet. Anytime I inquire, they say my work permit is under review by an officer. What does that mean? It means it's under review and there's some reason why they're not giving it to you. And I don't know the answer, but there's obviously some problem with your immigration case, and you should really have a consultation with me so we can figure it out and we can fix it. Shane MacD, my wife, who's a citizen, okay. At first I thought Shane was saying my hot wife who's a citizen, but because he said my hot wife citizen, but I think what he's saying is my wife who's a citizen got laid off. I don't think he meant to say hot, but maybe she is hot too, got laid off. We are hesitant to apply for unemployment since we worried that may impact our petition for my green card. Any guidance? Go apply for unemployment. You need money to survive. She already lost her job. So, getting the unemployment is not going to hurt any more than already losing your job. The fact that you got unemployment is not a reason to, have your green card denied. It's not a reason under poverty guidelines. The fact that she doesn't have a job could be a problem. Hi, Uncle Brad. Oliani Modupelo. Hi, Brad. USCIS sent me a letter saying my divorce from my home country couldn't be verified. I provided documents stating my divorce. What next? We got to figure out how to verify your divorce. Apparently, they don't believe that the divorce that you submitted is a valid divorce. I would have to take a look at the divorce and see what you're submitting, and then figure out how to validate it and get it authenticated. Every country in the Foreign Affairs Manual given out by the Department of State, you can Google this, Foreign Affairs Manual, Department of State. They will tell you in every country how you can authenticate a divorce document, or how you can authenticate a marriage document, where to get these authenticated documents from. So we got to look up what the Department of State says for your particular country, follow those directions, and get the documents that they need, because that's what they're going to follow. Omar Muhammad. Hi, I hope you're fine. I have a question. I'm asylum pending. I have my individual hearing in September. Last month, I got married to an American citizen. How long to approve the I-130? Thank you. God bless you, Mr. Brad. I think if you have your individual hearing in September, you're going to need to notify the judge right now that you got married and you have a pending I-130. You're going to need a motion to recalendar your case and ask the judge to take your case off the individual hearing calendar, because other than that, if you lose your asylum, you'll get deported. And tell the judge you want to go based on this marriage case. And the judge hopefully will take you off the individual calendar for asylum and put you back on the master calendar, waiting on the approval of the I-130. You would have to do a Stokes interview. And after you do the Stokes interview, go back to the judge and then do your individual hearing based on the fact that you're now married to a U.S. citizen. And tally, everyone on YouTube, please let's wish Jonathan Elias, a.k.a. Dr. Yo-Yo, a.k.a. Baby Boy, happy birthday. Nisha Denishar. Hi, I hope you're doing well. I've submitted all the civil and financial documents from the National Visa Center needed on March 30th, 2020. How much longer will it take for the National Visa Center to review my husband's case? In the past, it was 8 weeks, but I don't know now with coronavirus. Could be longer, I don't know. But in the past, it was 8 weeks. Yara Edwards, let's get those thumbs up. I'll tell you one thing that's not up right now, and that's our viewership on Facebook. People are not doing their watch parties today. But it's okay. It's okay if you don't want to. I appreciate it if you did, but it's okay if you don't want to. Tally. YouTube, let's show Uncle Brad some love, please. Get off the live and hit the gray thumbs up. Make it blue. Let's go. That's right. Davis Campos, my husband is an immigrant. Will the stimulus check count as a public charge? We have 2 children and file jointly. No, it will not count as a public charge. Davis Campos, my husband is an, I already asked that. MMMM. Hi, Brad. Do I have to withdraw my pending asylum before applying for VAWA? And do I need to apply for a work permit with the VAWA? I have a pending work permit renewal from the asylum. You should withdraw the asylum. And if you're filing a VAWA and it was based on abuse by a U.S. citizen, you should be filing an adjustment after you withdraw the asylum and then applying for a work permit based on the adjustment. Davis Campos, my husband is an immigrant. Will the stimulus check count as a public charge? No, the answer is no, it will not. Cindy Albert wants YouTube to please show Brad some love by touching that tiny little gray icon, and let's turn it blue. Thank you very much, Cindy. Omar Muhammad, hi, I hope you're fine. I have a question. I asked that question. People ask the question. I apologize if I'm asking it 2 or 3 times because people keep asking it in the feed thinking that I may miss it. Cruce de la Torre. I did my biometric for an I-45 and I-765 last January 30th, 2020. I got a letter for my I-131 travel document biometric by April 3rd, but postponed. Can I email to USCIS my biometric applied for my I-45 and I-765? If you have already taken a biometric, you don't need to email them. They were going to use your old biometric and still process for your work permit. So if you were lucky enough that they have a biometric on you, they won't call you in for another biometric. They're automatically going to take it. That's what they just put out a notice about that just recently. Sweet Dot on YouTube asks, I paid National Visa Center fees for my spouse's I-130, but I can't submit my documents because of the lockdown. I'm missing a document. Will I lose my position in line for submitting after the lockdown? Hopefully. You're not going to lose your position because everyone's in the same position as you. Nobody can submit anything at this point. So I think you're going to be okay. So don't get too crazy about it. Let's go back to Facebook a little bit. Onati Aganan wants to know if the adjustment of status is done immediately after marriage. How do you prove the bona fides? The joint thing like the bank account, the credit card, the health insurance was done after the marriage. Are we not supposed to submit all these when sending in documents? You have to prove a bona fide marriage when you show up to the interview. You do not need to prove the bona fide marriage when you submit the documents. So you're going to prove a bona fide marriage because you show up to the interview 9-10 months later with proof that it was a real marriage. Alex Scott, hi, I hope you're fine. I have questions. I'm asylum pending. I have my individual hearing in September. Last month, I got married to a U.S. citizen. How long does it take to approve the I-130? I think I asked that question. I answered that question. He's asking it both on Facebook and YouTube. Let's see who else. Winston Holmes. Hi, Brad. We'll need your help with my case. Don't worry to be on your show, but need for you to reach out to you because I've tried everything to get this case. Well, you got to reach out to me then. Stop writing me and pick up the phone and call me. And the best way to call me is you can call right now. I have people answering my phones right now. You can call, schedule an appointment to speak to me. And the telephone number is 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465. Danny Shah, Uncle Brad, if a person has a DUI and was arrested and was kept overnight, does that count as going to jail? It does, because there was no jail time given in the sentence. On the N-400 form, it asks, how many days you spent in jail? Well, you spent overnight. You spent a day in jail. Sandra Salinas saying, hey there, squadettes. I guess I'm not part of that because I'm not a squadette. Sandra Salinas also asking a question. Hi, Brad Bernstein. How long does it take to get a new permanent resident card if lost? Probably 8 to 12 weeks, but maybe because of coronavirus, maybe a little longer now. Koshistani Latif says, I have an asylum decision and VAWA case pending. Does my VAWA deny if the asylum office denies my asylum case? No, it does not. You just have to withdraw your asylum case. You can't have an asylum case going and a VAWA case going. You got to pick one, withdraw the asylum so you can ultimately get your green card through the VAWA. Tamika Nelson said she's going to call somebody when this is done. I don't know who. Young Money Rogers on Facebook. Hey, Uncle Brad, I have a case with the VAWA since 2018, but now not sure. On March 24th, 2020, your inquiry about why your case is taking longer than our processing time, referral number, blah, 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 was completed, but no decision has been made yet. That means exactly what it is. No decision has been made yet. If you need me to contact immigration for you, then you just have to give us a call at 1-800-529-5465. And by the way, I'm sorry, I guess the connection is not good today. We'll try better for tomorrow. Davis Campos on YouTube. Can you talk about the public charge and the stimulus checks? Your husband is an immigrant and we have 2 children and we filed jointly. The stimulus checks have nothing to do with public charge. You'll be fine. Nalisha Danashar. Hi, I hope you're doing well. I've paid the fees and submitted all the civil and financial documents that the National Visa Center needed on March 30th, 2020. How long will it take for the National Visa Center to review my husband's case? It takes about 8 weeks. Let's see. Jerry Stewart. I'm being filed for from Jamaica. My wife is a green card holder. If I'm a high school teacher, would it make the process easier? No. Geronimo says, Brad with a shadow face, you look like Mustafa Kamal. Who else we got? Jacobson Francis, Brad, what happens when your 18-month extension is expired while waiting for your removal? Then your green card, you're talking about an I-751, and the I-751 has not been approved yet. You can take the I-751 and you can go down to your local immigration office once it's reopened to get a stamp in your passport. But you're still in legal status. You just don't have evidence of it. Jerry Stewart, I'm being filed for from Jamaica. My wife is a green card holder. If I'm a high school, no, okay, we asked that. Hi, Brad, I've been married since September 11th, 2018. I have no status. I haven't put in any paperwork because my husband is playing games. I have 2 kids that are born in the USA. Will VAWA be a choice? If there's emotional abuse, extreme emotional abuse, the answer is yes. RJ Dokus on YouTube. Aloha, Attorney Brad. Can I upload a corrected I-864 to the CEA website? The National Visa Center hasn't reviewed the documents I've submitted yet. Thank you. Let them review all the documents. Once you submit it, let them review it, and then let them come back and tell you what the problem is. Don't keep sending more stuff. And Fox Racing, I guess filing unemployment benefits is not a public charge. That is correct. On Facebook, I overstayed 6 months on my green card because of coronavirus. Can I still return to America? Yes. You'll need to go to the embassy when it reopens and file for an SB1 visa. AC21 lost a job. Do I have a grace period, or do I need to find the job before the interview? You need to find a job before the interview. Lisa Rudan Emma. Hi, Brad. How long after married to a person can one start the filing process? Good afternoon. That would be the next day. Crochet de la Torre. Thank you for answering. I appreciate a question. If they're going to use my biometrics, then why did they send me another appointment for biometrics dated March 13th, 2020? Because at that time, they were not going to use your biometrics. At some point after March 13th, 2020, they decided they're going to use the old biometrics since they didn't want anybody coming in and contaminating the entire immigration service with coronavirus. Everybody, please be safe. Again, my telephone number to call me if you have you want to speak to me, my office is open. It's 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. I'm doing consultations every day. We are helping people every day. Please stay safe. Please wash your hands. Please have blessings on you and your family. And may we all get through this together. Thanks for watching. For more Brad Show Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.